Blessed love, everyone. Thanks again for being here and for watching another video. So, from time to time, I will be just sharing some of the lessons that I've learned as I have walked through life, and a part of my life is marriage, right? A major part of my life is marriage. And every now and then I'll share little, tips and experiences that I have had that I think will benefit others. And this morning I was having a thought that husbands are a help to the wife as well. Or let me say husbands are or should be a help to wives as well. And I thought of the scripture that says that, wives are, a helpmeet, or some versions will say a helper to the husband. And I think some people just, read this scripture in isolation and kind of just say, hey, the wife's core duty, or one of the wife's core duty, is to help the husband, which is true, but we don't often speak about the fact that the husband helps the wife as well. And, coming from the scripture again, where it says that the husband is called to love the wife as his wife as Christ loves the church. When you think about it, if we are supposed to treat our wives as Christ treats the church, how could we think that we are not also, or we shouldn't also be a help to our wives? Because Christ helps us every single day. He helps us to do things and to accomplish things that in our own strength, if we were relying on ourselves and our own flesh, we could not do it. But because of his supernatural help, we are able to overcome. Because of his supernatural help, we are able to move forward and to, reach different goals and different objectives and so on. So, if we are called to love our wife as Christ loves the church, we are called to walk alongside our wives in every season, just like Christ walks alongside us in every season. We are to walk alongside our wives in every season and be of help to them. You understand? Yeah, that should be the mindset that we have as godly husbands. I cannot speak to everyone else. And, when I share these things, it is not, I'm not trying to boast, because I can say firmly and, without any hesitation that I am a work in progress. I am not perfect. I do not have all the answers. I do not, do things right every time. I do not say things the right way every time. I am a work in progress. I am just the clay on the potter's wheel, even especially as it regards to marriage. And he's the one that is molding me and making me into the man that he wants me to be. So that's why I'm sharing with you, not to boast, not to brag. But yeah, back to the point. If Jesus walks with us in the good times, in the bad times, and helps us along the way, I believe if the scripture says that we should love our wife as Christ loves the church, it means we should walk alongside our wives in the good times, in the bad times, and help them along the way as well. And I was thinking, just, growing up back in Jamaica and thing, and it's just like it was a whole different era. In the younger days, where I used to see, like, my grandmother would serve my grandfather, like, his lunch, his dinner, and so on. And he would have, like, she would put chicken in one plate, or meat in one plate, rice and peas in one plate, vegetable in one plate, and then he'd have his juice, water, whatever it is. And that's fine. If this is the way as a wife you serve your husband, or if this is the way as a husband you choose to serve your wife, that's great, actually. If we could serve each other like that, and it doesn't have to be an everyday thing, but sometimes, you make the person feel a little extra special, I don't see anything wrong with that. Or if you want to do that every day, that's up to you. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as it is not seen as this obligation where you have to do it this way, and if you don't do it, a problem. That's a whole different thing. But if you feel like you want to serve your spouse, your partner, your husband or wife like that, then that is absolutely fine. But when I think back, I used to see my grandmother doing that, but I didn't see my grandmother sitting and eating like that with the different plates. Or, I can't remember ever seeing my grandfather like sweeping. I can't remember that. And this is not a dig on my grandfather, my grandparents or whatever. This is just me explaining to you that it was a different era, because I know a lot of you who are from that time, or have you remember your grandparents, your great grandparents or whatever from that time, or even your parents. You can recall as well that this is the way how life was, for a lot of men. That the woman was the helper predominantly, and the man kind of just work, which is good, work and come in with the money, and then that's it. But anything house related or whatever, there is no help, right? That is just the reality of how the Jamaican society and Jamaican culture was. I don't know about any other culture, right? But especially in this day and age where women are in the workforce even more, women are in the workforce even more, there's no way the woman or the wife should be expected to go out and work, come in, and then do everything in the house as well. So the man no sweep, the man no vacuum, the man no wash plate, the man no cook, the man does nothing. And he's not of a help to the wife in this regard. I believe that we should be helping each other. We should be serving each other, because a teamwork make the dream work, It's a team effort. Marriage, what I've experienced so far, in order for it to be great, in order for it to flourish, it must be a team sport. Yeah? It's not me and you. It is we, it is us. It is us helping each other to grow, helping each other to go to the next level, helping each other to, keep things balanced in the house, keep the finances balanced, everything. It's team, back and forth. And when you get to that place where you realize that we are of help to each other, and we should be serving each other, it can be a beautiful thing. So as I said, back to that story that I gave about my grandfather, that this is not me blasting him for whatever, or people who are like this. I am just saying that is what was culturally accepted, I believe, a lot, culturally accepted, our society accepted or promoted that kind of behavior back then. That was my observation, at least. You understand? So yeah, that's what I thought that I was having. So wife help husband and husband help wife. That's my conclusion. Blessings.